Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the AFR stream for Tier 1. This is Season 10, Round 6. We are at Jeddah. I'm your host, Psycho, and with me tonight is Gus. Just loading in now. We expect this will be a good one. Saudi Arabia usually gives us some pretty good racing.
Yes, no news from the pit lane yet, but I dare say we're probably going to have a dry quali and dry race today.
I'd be surprised if we didn't. But it has happened. We have had rain around here. I think our first race around here for Tier 1, I believe, was actually wet.
That sounds
was
about
it
right.
qualifying? Might have been. It was qualifying. We had a wet qualifying. And okay. I had no audio for a second in game. I thought the game broke, but no, it was just... I was tapped out. Alright, so, a couple of changes on the grid this evening. Aussie's back. He now has a full-time seat at Williams. He's signed back up again. Ryan Bell is away. He's on holidays over in Europe, enjoying himself. And Jack Humphreys is taking his seat tonight.
That is bad timing for Ryan after losing the championship lead last week. He's potentially going to fall a bit further back now if everyone around him has a decent race tonight. Again, I'm sure they're all going to be wanting to capitalise on him not being here. The bad people still win.
He's just going to give Ekim a bit of a head start. I'm going to ride on board with our Tier 2 commentator for the first lap. He's out on track first, and he's going to start his lap first. Let's see what Pepsi gets up to.
Make sure he didn't hit that inside wall on turn in, start his lap. As long as he stays, he crossed that pit entry line, it might invalidate his lap.
Pretty clean so far, good minimum speed, using 4th gear through turn 1 and 2 because the game is realistic.
Yeah, it looks like he's taking it pretty easy on this first lap, just trying to get a banker on board. It's one of those quali sessions where there's just going to be so much traffic and so much risk of getting blocked that you just need to get a time of the board early and then start to push as it progresses. You don't want to get caught out invalidating when the track's a little bit quieter and not able to get a clean run in before the end of the session. It is still a little bit tricky to overtake here at Jeddah. While it does have a couple of long DRS zones, it's just so hard to get a good run car in front.
It is very, very tricky, and the corners come fast and furious at you. In addition to that, as you said with the traffic, very hard to do without an engineer because a lot of these corners are just so blind. That's why in real life they did push some of them back a little bit to give the drivers more visibility. Pretty good banker by Pepsi. That looked very clean. 28.3.
28.3, yeah.
That's pretty rapid for a banker.
Dog there 28.2 and T-Mac 28.5. Haas coming across the line as well. It'll be lights. No, he is just starting one. You have Farmer Sam cross with a 28.4. Panda with a 28.2, 3 thousandths of a second behind M-Dog.
I was going to say it's a very small gap on these bankers with these guys because there's not a lot in there, but then King Joe just goes like half a second slower.
King J in the McLaren setting a 129 flat, so a little bit off the pace as Valhalla in the Mercedes setting a 128.1. Very rapid for his opening lap. Him in the Red Bull 28.3, Potsy setting a 128 flat.
Potsy actually has done absolutely no practice. He spent all of yesterday doing a 12-hour GT3 Enduro race for OOR, around Imola. So he hopped on, absolutely no practice, and just bangs in the fastest banker. Would it be amazing if he actually got pole for the first time in his life?
Poorhead comes out of the final corner to complete his lap. Had quite a bit of wheel spin on the exit, and still manages to 128.1. I reckon he would have been well, maybe into the 127s if he'd nailed that exit.
It is a tricky one.
Lights come straight into the pits, so he's not happy with that opening lap. Does not set it on the board at all. And I think we've got Baitmate hitting a bit of traffic in the final sector. Looks like he's coming across the line now. And he goes faster than 28.224. He's 1,000th of a second quicker than Potsy.
Wow. I know Bate's been doing a lot of practice, so I expected him to be rapid, but that's a very solid banker.
Levi, 28.7 P11, and I think that's Crush. Crush next?
Crush is about to reach the final corner. There's a Williams in front of him.
And he's peeling off into the pits, but Crush in the AlphaTauri comes across the line, goes fastest at 27.8, first one into the 27s.
Wow. Rapid time by him. I think Mikau's
on a lap. He's in Sector 1, Sector 2 now, just behind a Ferrari. Hopefully stays out of the way. Doesn't look like they're pulling to the side yet. Oh, he's closing in on him, is Mikau, and there we go, the Ferrari peels off.
So hard to traffic around the circuit.
Absolutely.
Oh, he ran a bit deep there. That's going to cost him a bit of time.
Go that final corner. Controls the wheel spin nicely. Just say, lost a little bit of time in sector 2, 3. Let's say 128.7, so about a second off the lead at the moment. Still waiting for laps from Jack Humphreys, Sneaky, Lights, and Big Al. Big Al I don't think has gone out onto the track yet. Lights we saw abort his lap. Jack Humphreys is currently on circuit as is Lights. Got a couple other drivers, Panda, his teammate, on an outlap at the moment, same as Farmer Sam and T-Mac. Now we're seeing a few of the other drivers also come out of the pits, ready to start their second run.
Yeah, I'm sitting on board with Jack Humphreys at the moment. I'm going to follow him because I kind of expect him to get provisional pole with his pace.
Leaderboard's telling me that Lights is about to complete his lap. No, I think it's just another bug, and he's just starting his lap.
He is starting indeed.
Yeah, definitely had not crossed the checkered flag when the out lap symbol had disappeared.
Alright, let's see if Jack does the typical... Yeah, runs out really wide to take the last corner very, very tight and get that maximum speed on the exit. Seen a few drivers do that tonight. Very late on the brakes into turn 1, uses all of the curb on turn 2, rapid exit so early on the power through turn 3. So confident across these curbs. .31.9, that's a very rapid time for Sector 1. I think that is the fastest Sector 1 we've had. Just astounds me with the guys that are so quick, how aggressively they can put the throttle down.
Yeah, absolutely. Like laps comes across the line, so it's 128.027, 2000s behind Potsy.
It's a very rapid time for lights.
Polar Pepsi missing a front wing, comes into the pits. Sitting in P10 at the moment with 128.3.
Jack Humphreys just rounding the final corner now as he beelines it straight for the checkered flag, and that's a 27.4. That's a banker.
Yeah, that's good 4/10s quicker than Crush at the moment, although probably the only man who's going to be able to compete with that time is Big Al, who is just starting his lap now coming into turn 1.
Hopped on board with him, see what he can do. That looked a little bit slower than Jack Humphreys. He went a little bit too deep into turn 2, I think.
Yeah, he took a lot of the curve at turn 1, just unsettled the car a little bit because it did bottom out. A little bit wide. When the car does that, you have to wait a little bit extra to pick up the throttle and it will spin. We've got an Aston Martin stopped on track. Panda's had a little bit of a spin. Sector 3, he's got going again though, he's not going to compete with the Alpine sort of coming through.
Even with that issue that Big Al just had in Sector 1, he still sets a purple.
Stationary Ferrari in Sector 2. I was about to say maybe another engine issue, but it's got going again.
Oh, Al keeps minimum speed so well through the last corner.
Oh, 27.534, so about 800ths of a second between himself and Jack Humphreys, so it's game on. I think Big Al's planning to do a second run before the end of the session. Opting not to go for 3 runs like a lot of the other drivers, wanting to keep a spare set of softs for the race.
Less than a 10th in it. That's ridiculous. We missed it, but Bate did improve as well. He got past Crush at 27.7.
Yeah, the two Alpines very close together. I just wonder if there's a little bit of teamwork happening there with the slipstream.
The other Alpine is in P16. Oh, you mean, yeah, the teamwork slipstream. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. They do that quite often.
Yeah,
God damn it. I swear I'm an adult.
So most of the drivers in the pits at the moment. We do have a number who are on in laps at the moment. Just under 5 minutes left in the session. It won't be too much longer before everyone comes out for that final run. So expect everyone at 3.5, 4 minute mark to start trundling out of the pits. And it's going to be an absolute mad dash to the line. Surprised we've still got all 18 cars in it at the moment. Everyone's who's made mistakes has not made them bad enough that they've ended up in the wall.
Yeah, I've only really seen Pepsi lose some carbon fibre out on track.
That's sneaky down in P18, yet to set a time. Let me just check Race Director and see if he has at least attempted a lap at all.
Maybe he's pulling his best Verstappen impression.
I don't think he has. No, he has not left the pits yet, so I don't know if maybe he's wolfing down some dinner before he does a one-shot quali.
I believe Red Panda is out on track.
Yes, we've got Apollo Pepsi as well. It's invalidated his outlap.
I'll hop on board with Pepsi then. We haven't seen him. Ah, no. I'm not going to hop on board with Pepsi because he's already missing half his front wing.
Oh, he is too. He's missing his left end plate. So, he's probably just got enough time to get that replaced and go back out again. But he'll have to have a very quick in lap and out lap.
Yeah. So we'll send on board with
Keep an eye
Panda
on
for
him.
this then, because he's looking pretty keen to get out there and do a lap. He believe he had his 20th birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday.
That Aston Martin is a good looking car. Let's see what he can do as he rounds the final quarter to start off his lap. Doesn't even bother going out wide, he just absolutely sends it. Smooth into turn 1, turn 2, takes just the right amount of curb, gets on the power early, gets a fantastic exit out of 3. Oh, maintains the minimum speed, nearly foot flat all the way. Oh, invalidates!
Hopefully he's got enough fuel, he's got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, he's backing off and restarting. You can see he's resetting. I believe Jack Humphreys behind him is just about to start his lap, and he's going to have a shitload of traffic.
Pepsi coming out of his garage with 1 minute 45 seconds on the clock.
He could make it.
He's got an Alpine behind him as well. It looks like 8 mates, possibly.
Yeah.
McCall who's coming in. No, McCall's just come out.
Must be bait.
No, it's
Oh, it's
McCall.
McCall, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just on board to Jack Humphreys now. He is in a really terrible spot. Look at all the cars ahead of him on track.
Hopefully they're all paying attention.
We're about to find
Pepsi's right
out.
in front of him on that lap. Oh, he just feels off. And the problem is Pepsi's going to be pushing to try and get around for another lap.
Yeah, he'll be trying to follow him as closely as he can.
Oh, I think McCall's come out of the pits to give Bait a tow. That's why he's come out so late.
Ah, that makes sense. McCall sacrificing himself, taking one for the team. Another car gets out of Jack Humphreys' way. That's quite nice of him. As he's on for quite a rapid lap. I believe that's a faster Sector 1 and Sector 2 again. See what he can do coming around the last corner. He should be there very soon. Hopefully doesn't get impeded. No, Alfa Romeo pulls off to the side. Oh! Nearly pulls a Verstappen from 2 years ago. Lod loses it on the exit. That's going to cost him a boatload of time. Still improves! That's insane.
Pepsi makes it across the line with 8 seconds to go. As Ekem looks like he's binted at the exit of turn 2.
Oh no.
He's off the racing line though, so that shouldn't impede anyone.
That would have been... Sorry?
Mikau has also managed to get around to do another lap, and he came out of the pits at about 1 minute 35, minute 40, so he has done very well to make it for a timed lap.
I don't know who it was, but someone just blocked Pepsi fairly hard. Still on for a lap though. Ferrari spins at the hairpin. Is he in the way? No.
Pants. He's pulled off to the inside.
He is a better man than me.
Well, you might get disqualified here. Well, he's just got to wait for the Aston. And he's clear.
Nice.
Well done, Levi.
Sneaky did get a time, and he got a 27.7 with a one shot. That's pretty impressive. And looks like all Pepsi's effort is going to pay off. He's only got one corner to go. Crush!
27 triple two. Snatches pole there. I don't think Jack Humphreys is on another lap.
No, he doesn't have the battery.
No, he's validated anyway. Mikau comes across the line, improves by 2/10 and takes out a Ferrari at the same time.
Jack would be kicking himself because he definitely had pole. That last corner alone probably cost him 2/10.
think that is it. Forehead has invalidated. Mate is out of fuel. And he takes the line. That's quality.
Mate just likes the attention. Wow, impressive qualifying by these guys. Awesome job by Crush to steal pole away there from Jack Humphries.
Half a tenth.
One small mistake. The margins here are so tiny between these guys.
Well, I've got 1.8 seconds covers the whole grid, and it's 1 second covers the top. Well, actually, you say nearly 9/10 covers the top 12.
That's close.
Some very small margins. Panda and Forehead separated by 9 thousandths of a second. Forehead and Light separated by 11 thousandths of a second.
It is incredibly tight between these guys, especially in that midfield. Like, if you take the first 2 or 3 out of the equation, that midfield is so tight. DRS is going to be very crucial here.
Yeah, I mean, those 3 positions were covered by 200ths of a second, so and that's an entire row on the grid that separates you there.
Alright, well, unsurprisingly, it looks like we might have a dry race in the desert.
Surprise, surprise there.
I'm quite shocked. As all the pit lane is doing that signature warm-up with the T-pose, where everyone stands inside of each other and then just does the T-pose.
I've got that weird anti-aliasing ghosting. Seeing like 20 million fans every time they move.
Ooh, yeah, that one's not great. I've got blocky pixels, which is just as nice. I hope this game hasn't crashed.
No, drivers will just be confirming their strategy, so don't forget that once the first person confirms it, it's a 30-second timer.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool. So, Kebab in chat, we pray Jack DNFs respectfully. Don't think there's a respectful way to do that, but I do understand what you're saying. Need a Crush win. I believe the best strategy for Crush to win this race is to just drive faster than Jack. And unsurprisingly, it looks like the entire grid has opted, apart from Potsy and Lights, have opted for the hard tyres to start on. If there's no safety car, that's definitely the right strategy play. But safety cars could really ruin everything. If there's like a lap 5 or 6 safety car, Potsy and Lights will be laughing all the way to the podium.
What's the expected tyre life here, Psycho?
Your hards will probably last you around to lap 13, 14, and then they should have nothing left to pit for some mediums. Mediums will do you about 10, 11. Your softs, you're about 10% per lap. So
yeah, I don't think we're going to see any softs unless there's a late safety car or someone has to pit out of sequence.
Yeah, the softs just get burned up into utter nothingness around here. They're not very fun. I do have to say though, it is very nice seeing an AlphaTauri lead the pack.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, does it?
No, not often enough. I do like this pace though. It's a very rapid outlap these guys are performing.
Yep. Bit of a gap between the Alfa Romeos though. T-Mac really needs to pick up the pace. He has not respected the, 3 car lengths that the rule?
I think it's a bit more than that, but yeah, he's definitely well outside any sort of car length that you're supposed to maintain there. Bit naughty by T-Mac. And also a couple of cars out of sequence. I see Big Al and T-Mac back to back. I expected to see Sneaky between the Big Mac. However, he's not. He's in the wall.
Yeah, he's dropped back, I think. Yeah, he dropped behind Forehead.
He also doesn't have the ability to drive a single lap without crashing. Now let's see if these guys can park. You will be named and shamed. That doesn't even surprise me. Alright, let's get this race underway. 5 lights, and we're off. It looks like Crush gets a pretty good start. Jack Humphries lags down a little bit. Potsy up behind him. Potsy, fantastic start. Nearly contesting into turn 1. Just backs out a little bit. Big Al on the inside of Jack Humphries as well. Bait maintains position.
Humphries round. That is M-Dog's been turned around. Levi tagged him there. They were 3 wide going into turn 2, and that does not work.
It's another yellow flag. Alfa Romeo out of the race. It's Big Al.
Big Al is... Oh no, he's just lost his front wing. I thought his suspension was broken there, sorry, but we have a virtual safety car.
I don't know. I didn't see what happened there. I imagine he got tagged up with Jack, because him and Jack were side by side.
Quite possibly. We might need to review that one after the race. But Big Al, no front wing. He is going to have to pit. And that's essentially going to mean he has to convert to a 2-stop.
Yeah, he'll have to do a 2-stop. That's unfortunate for him. Fantastic start by Potsy. He just flew up that grid.
Up 2 places, but Ekem up 5. Same with Farmer Sam and Mick out. 11th and 12th, those two. We also have King J up 3 places. Had a very conservative start. And just waited for all the carnage to unfold in front of him. He's gained a few spots out of that as well. Biggest losers though, Big Al 13, M-Dog down 5, Levi down 4, and then the rest. I think Lights is the Lights and Crush, the only 2 drivers who have not changed position as we are back on green flag racing.
That didn't take long at all. But they cleared that quickly.
Jimmy in the chat saying that Big Al dropped it apparently. Maybe lost it on the curb.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Very unlike Big Al. He's usually pretty good. Bit of jockeying at the back there. Is Farmer Sam in the pits? Yeah, he's pitting. Okay.
Yeah, it looked like he got some wing damage as well. He's going on to the medium tyre, and he's getting that front wing replaced.
Yeah. Now, these medium runners are pretty rapid at the moment. They're faster than the guys around them. You can see Potsy's reeling crushing pretty quickly, and Lights is right on the back of Ekem through this first sector, where the medium tyre will be stronger for the first half of the race.
Big Al also getting his nose replaced and onto the medium tyres as well.
Oh, naughty Lights, you can't do that. Ah, good. Could get the position back. Cut the corner and then nearly overtook Ekem off track. Bit of jockeying at the back there. It looks like King Joe's dropping down a little bit. Valhalla makes a move on Pepsi up the inside of the hairpin. Not easy to do.
There's field's kind of split into 3s. We've got a yellow flag. Looks like McLaren possibly going. Oh no, it's a Haas going very slow. It's Lights.
Yeah.
See any damage on him? No. Wings and tags. Looks like he's just had a little bit of moment on his own, and he has dropped to the back of the sector. Oh, and he's in the wall. And now he definitely has wing damage.
Potsy and Crush are side by side coming around the last corner. Fairly even exit. Both of them burning ERS pretty rapidly. Looks like Potsy's going to overtake and hopefully maintain their position. Unfortunate for Lights.
Crush already pulled out of DRS range of Jack Humphries there, who's leading another little battle pack with Backmate and T-Mac. And then there's a massive battle at the moment going on for the midfield.
Yeah, Sneaky and Panda really going at it. Looks like Sneaky is just going to muscle his way through at the moment. Forehead.
They are probably the 2 drivers that I would not want to have side by side as Lights has retired in the pits. I think he might have got some bodywork damaged, and that is why he is retired.
Yeah, luckily they didn't bring out a safety car. Oh, these guys struggling to keep it on track. Both Panda and Sneaky going off track there. Let's see, it looks like Panda's got the pace on him. He's pulling away from Sneaky. And Forehead is catching Sneaky. Very lucky that DNF didn't cause a safety car.
Oh, his car completely disappeared while it was in the pits, so it looked like he just retired on entry, and the game kind of did the right thing for once.
Sneaky had a bit of a moment, and that's caused Forehead to catch up to him as Crush dropped down another position behind Jack Humphries.
Yeah, looks like Potsy's still outside DRS range of Jack, but yeah, Crush making a mistake there, losing the position to the Aston Martin.
Thanks for the follow, Robotic and Suburban. We appreciate it.
Yeah, lights confirming as well. Dark orange rear wing and yellow underbody, so it did look very unstable when he lost the car and broke his front wing, so unsurprisingly it's very difficult to drive around this track with any kind of unrepairable aero damage. Oh, as the Ferrari goes to the wall, Farmer Levi has lost his front wing in Sector 1, and both Ferraris having a pretty horrible start to the race as we see a full safety car deployed, and this will play nicely into the hands of the medium runners.
Yeah.
I think even for Big Al, that's going to be useful because he can pit back onto the hards from here and then maybe go onto the mediums or softs at the end.
If I was Big Al, I'd absolutely put onto the hards. If I was Potsy, I would seriously consider pitting. It's going to be...
sacrifice a lot of track position though. How's the gap back down to 7/10 between Humphries and Potsy?
It
was like 1.4 seconds before the safety car.
I assume Potsy's giving the Delta much more of a window. I know from experience. I myself treat the I treat 1 second as 0.
I don't think he's coming to the pit scene because he's back to ride off now. There's no gap between him and the Aston Martin now. And no, he stays out.
Yeah. I'd honestly expect everyone to stay out except maybe Big Al.
I wonder if maybe he's conserving the tyres just by not driving as quick as he needs to.
Yeah, well, he is leading, so he can set the pace.
Well, Mikau, the first driver to pit under this safety car. We've got a Ferrari crew getting ready as well. That is for Levi. So Mikau onto the medium tyres, so he's most likely doing a 2-stop here as the Ferrari of Levi gets his nose replaced, and he's onto the medium tyres.
I see what Mikau's trying to do here. So the delta on the mediums is significantly faster. You got about 1.5 to 2 seconds a lap quicker than the hards, just outright. So
well, the other thing as well is if he's opted for the harder compound, do you not get 2 medium tyres?
Yes. So I think he's going medium.
Yeah, so maybe he's going to go, mediums for the next 10 laps and then, or 15 laps, and then off to the softs.
That's even a possibility. Actually, if there's no safety car, that might be the best strategy for him. But if there's another safety car in a few laps' time, he'd just put onto another set of mediums.
He started on the hards, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's basically met the requirement for the tyre compound, so yeah, he can either go for another medium, go to the end, or switch to the hards if there's an earlier safety car. So got a few options there, and when you're down the back, it's not, you don't really have much to lose, so you may as well come in and get the tyre change and then just open up all those other options for you.
Exactly. So no, I see it's quite a clever plan.
So Big Al opting to stay on the medium tyres, so he's maybe he's got another set of mediums as well. He might be. Because remember, he didn't do the first run as well, so maybe he does have one less set of softs and has the extra mediums. He may just pit a bit later in the race and get that extra tyre advantage. Off-field's bunched up. We've got one more lap of this safety car.
While the safety car is trundling around, I might direct everyone's attention to the standings. So, at the moment, we have Eckham leading for the first time ever in Tier 1. Brian Bell for, I think, only the second time ever not leading. And he being away for a few weeks now is going to give Eckham a chance to hopefully stretch his legs out in front and build a bit of a gap there. So, Ryan would be definitely rooting for Big Al and Jack Humphreys to take as many points away from Eckham as they can. Ryan himself not having a fantastic last couple of races. He DNF'd in the sprint in Austria and DNF'd in Austria and the proper feature race as well. Apart from that, not too many surprises from the standings point of view.
Looks like Apollo Pepsi and Levi Tiger Pants came together, and they are both 16th and 17th now. Apollo Pepsi missing an end plate as well.
It must be very hard to drive behind other cars, not at racing speed.
I suspect maybe if they're on the hard tyres, they've just let the temperature drop a little bit too much, going to warm them up, and this track at places does get very low grip. I wonder if just bottled it and then come together.
That could have absolutely...
is in though.
Yeah, it could have absolutely been some bottling. That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, I nearly want to say I think Potsy... It's his restart now, so he's controlling the pack. But I think I want to say he made a mistake staying out on those mediums, because at this point the hards would be as faster, if not faster, than the medium tyres. But we'll see what happens. Let's see, when Potsy decides to go, it is up to him to pull the trigger and restart this race. And he's off. Did kind of catch Jack sleeping a little bit, got about a half a second gap to him now. Batemate though, Batemate not being caught out at all, up the inside of Crush, outside of Crush, sorry, into turn 1. It looks like he's going to get the move done. He's definitely trying for it. Oh, T-Mac gets touched and spun. Loses a ton of positions there. Oh, and the McLaren's around! Oh, Red Bull's around! T-Mac's around! Carnage at the back!
We've lost T-Mac from the race. Sneaky looks like he's got some wing damage. I think Eckham as well got caught up in that, so he is well out of the points. And Big Al up to P11.
Big Al will be happy with that. That was... that sort of started with T-Mac, and then the Red Bull spun and the McLaren spun, and it just... Everything went awry, as Big Al is up to P10 now. Oh, dive up the inside! What a move by Big Al! Threads the needle.
So Eckham completely missing his front wing, so he'll be coming into the pits. Looks like Farmer Sam doesn't have any front wing damage. Neither does Sneaky. We do have another full safety car though. There's a fair bit of debris in Sector 1, where T-Mac's car has only just been cleared, so we are back under yellow flag conditions.
Yeah.
Looks like Mercedes of Valhalla is completely missing his front wing as well. Just trying to see if Levi has any damage from that. No, he's still got his full front wing, but yeah, Big Al, massive gain onto that restart, up to P9.
That was a very messy restart. The midfield just a couple of little mistakes. Into
the pits. Potsy coming into the pits now, so Jack Humphreys will take the lead of the race with those hard tyres. I expect... What's happening here? Red Bull forehead coming into the pits as well. It's on the hard tyres though, so surprising early stop from him. No front wing to be replaced. Sneaky is sped into the pits as well, so the McLaren driver just going from bad to worse at the moment. We've got an AlphaTauri of M-Dog coming into the pits. He has front wing damage as well. We've got Big Al into the pits and onto a new set of medium tyres. There we go. So, and he's still P10.
Nice.
he's got a pretty decent pit stop there.
Yeah, I reckon Potsy is actually on the absolute best strategy. I was wrong. He was right to stay out. He did the right thing. Now he's on the best possible strategy because he does not have to pit again. He is done. Barring like a lap 20 safety car, Potsy's done. Whereas everyone ahead of him still needs to pit.
Yeah, great decision by him, but this is Jeddah after all. Never discount another safety car. Yeah, I expect Sneaky's going to probably just serve that 5-second penalty under this safety car. We've got Eckham stationary as well at turn 3 and 4. Looks like he had a little bit of a spin there. And He's got his full front wing intact, so he's kept it out of the wall. But yeah, it looks like those cold medium tyres just not offering the grip that he needed. Coming out of pits there. Oh no, I think he's got some aero damage. He's just tried to turn. I think he's either got aero. Yeah, he just tried to turn in for one of the fast corners and had no downforce at all. So unfortunate thing that our championship leader is going to retire because that car looks absolutely undrivable.
Yeah, that's not what he would have wanted. He's the one that tangled with, I don't know who he tangled with, I think it was T-Mac, I'm not 100% certain, but that's cost him this race and a lot of points that he needed. He really needed these points, poor guy. He's got to retire. He can't drive that car.
It helps Mate, who's now into a podium position at the moment. Still has to do a pit stop, but he's going to be helping his chances. Now, we've got a few drivers coming into the pits. Looks like King J and Forehead are into the pits again. So Forehead looks like he's got some wing damage. So he's getting that replaced. Then he is onto the medium tyres. As Sneaky is onto the soft tyre, serving his 5-second penalty. But that's changed to a medium. But he's probably still going to have to pit again. Are they going to last 16 laps?
They could. They're not going to be. They'll be in puncture territory, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Eckham does retire, so that car absolutely undrivable. So understandable for his and everyone else's safety, opting to retire out of the race.
Yeah.
But at least the field's all bunched up now, so we should be going green flag racing after this lap of safety car.
That would be good, yeah. As the Brock says in chat, safety cars do indeed breed safety cars. And Ali, hello Ali. I believe it might be possible that Big Al is Ali's brother.
Yes, and talent runs through the family. Yes, Big Al is in P8 now, so he's actually in a higher position than he was when the safety car was called. So he's doing very well at the moment, especially after that incident in the opening lap, which put him with front wing damage and at the back of the field after that safety car. Go, McLaren joins the back of the pack, and we should be under green flag very soon.
Shout out to Z-Dog, subscribing with Prime. Alright, let's have a look. So, Jack Humphreys is now in charge of this race. We'll see when he decides to restart it. Batemate so far have been very excellent under the restarts. Caught crash napping last time. Let's see if we can do it again. Oh, and we're off. Batemate not getting a great start this time. Panda getting a much better start. He's right next to Bait, but it looks like Bait's going to out-drag him down to the first corner. Not sure if Panda can stick his nose in, but Panda's known to try. No. Behaves himself rather well. Potsy and Big Al side by side. That's a sight we see often.
Like Sneaky at the back is having some terrible lag. He's just got straight on in turn 1 into the barrier and has lost his front wing. I think he might actually be under AI control, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ali, there. Big Al is in good position with meds. As long as he doesn't have any permanent damage, he's still on for a good result here. Yeah. You can definitely see those mediums doing work on these new guys. Even Mikau up to P5 there is knocking on the door of Panda.
Oh, the far is out. Oh, and contact with Kim J as well. Farmer Sam had a massive snap of oversteer and went straight into the barrier as he corrected it. Lost his rear tyre. Kim J's picked up a 5-second penalty for unavoidable contact, so that's unfortunate, but he should get that under the safety car, which has now been redeployed. But that was a big crash jump aboard the Sneaky. We'll see the Ferrari all over the track.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Sneaky nearly mounted that. Wow.
This is the third safety car, Ali. There's not actually that many left that can get called, so...
Oh, Bert
As we see,
Mylander.
the runners are pitting, and they are going to go to the back of the field. Oh, that is absolutely terrible for their strategy. M-Dog Valhalla also pitting. And Mikau is now the leader of this race on 6-lap old mediums.
Where did he start? Hang on, let me pull up this UI.
He started like 16th or 17th, I think.
Yeah, Mikhail MVP, up 16 positions.
Saw the hard runners onto the medium tyres. Sneaky getting a new nose and onto the hards.
Well, that's interesting race so far. I do think Jack is in a pretty good position to make some inroads up this field. Same with Bait, Panda.
Well, Potsy's now P2 on 3-lap old hards, so he is in a great position.
I do still think Potsy's in the best possible position. Up to P2, 3-lap old hards, another safety car. His tyres are going to have no trouble at all making it
as well.
this race.
3-lap old mediums, P4.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Now, King Shay did not pit to serve his 5-second penalty, so that's going to mean that he will most likely either serve that at a later safety car or after the race if he can stretch those mediums to the end from here.
Yeah, he should have just picked. He's got 2 sets of mediums. He should have just picked for another set of mediums and served that penalty. I mean, if he stretches all the way to the end, he could possibly get removed, depending on the severity.
That is true. Like, I don't think there was a way he was going to avoid the Ferrari. It was in the middle of the road. He picked a side, and that was just the side that the Ferrari decided to spin into. So, very unfortunate for him.
Very Ferrari thing to do.
We're getting a green flag. The McLaren's almost caught the back of the field. Be a late safety car call.
I think it's a bit too late. We'll have one more lap.
We've seen it get called this late. I think he's past the pin entrance now, though.
Bert Mylander so far, probably leading half the race. Yeah, he's definitely got most laps in front at this point. Nearly at the halfway mark through the race, and Bert Mylander's led most of it.
Sneaky back into the pits, going on to the mediums, and they're brand new mediums as well, 0 laps old.
That'll help him out. Sneaky should catch the grid fairly quickly, and then we'll be underway again.
I'm seeing some weird effects on the track that make it look like it's raining.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just a weird lighting glitch.
When I was practicing before, I had some weird artifacts come up, like some things just wouldn't render until you got close to them. And it just looked bizarre. Because it's very unique to just the circuit. I haven't seen it anywhere else in the game.
Farmer Sam, it's going to rain in T2 race, can't wait.
It most likely will.
If it rains at Jeddah, I doubt that there will be a single finish in T2.
I'd be shocked if anyone has done any wet practice for this circuit, and be more shocked if any of them actually have a setup that works in the wet.
There we go. Safety car coming in the slap.
Alright, it's up to Mikau to restart. It's been a while since we've had a Mikau restart. But he's an old veteran, and he does know what he's doing. He's had a lot of experience restarting races with Potsy directly behind him. So that's nothing new for him either. And he's gone. Only caught Potsy napping a little bit. Levi's right onto it.
Oh, a bit of bunching up at the back of the field.
Oh. Yes, there is.
Retiring to the Mercedes.
Jack Humphreys gets a 3 second time penalty with multiple warnings. I wonder if it was pushed off track there. Bate makes it past King J. Oh no! Cars are sideways!
That's a Mercedes into the side bit as well, so Valhalla has no front wing left anymore.
I only caught the rear end of that, and that was absolute carnage.
I think four heads definitely got body damage after that.
Yeah. Bates up a couple positions now.
Yeah, no front wing on that Mercedes anymore.
Jack Humphreys has done an amazing job climbing up this grid.
M-Dog's missing his front wing.
Oh no. Jack
Sneaky's with us gets rolled. That is up to P10.
Wow.
Let's see is two cars at the back of the field triggering a yellow flag for lack of front wing.
Bit of pressure up the front of this grid here. Jack Humphreys gets past Levi Tiger Pants as Potsy gets past Mikau as well. Lots of jockeying for position going on here. Big Al also gets past Mikau. Big Al on the hunt here. He wants to get as much points as he can before Ryan returns. Big Al side by side with Potsy into the first corner, out of the second corner. Big Al will have the inside line. Squeezes Potsy on the exit. Will it be enough? It looks like it just might be. Big Al definitely has a tyre advantage at the moment, and that's going to help him for the time being. But later in this race, the tyres will come to Potsy. Oh, Big Al, massive snap of oversteer, catches it, but it's going to cost him the lead of the race.
Oh, Sneaky and Baymates side by side going through sector 2.
Looks like Sneaky's just going to steal that position.
Oh, as we've lost, Crush has gone straight onto the hairpin. He's lost his front wing, so both AlphaTauris in the wars now. And it looks like Crush might have just had a big lock up there, just gone straight on.
Mikau on those old mediums is suffering. Dropped another position to Jack Humphreys. He's going to have to pit soon.
Bate missing his left end plate. I wonder if that was a bit of contact with Sneaky. He's got a yellow flag for forehead. I wouldn't be surprised if his car is undrivable after that T-boning.
Yeah. DRS has put in there before race control.
Probably only like the third lap of DRS that we've had this evening.
Alright. Panda gets past King J down the main straight and is going to make that stick. And it looks like Potsy did get past Big Al, and he looks like he's kind of maintaining that gap. We'll see if DRS gets Big Al past him again. We might see a bit of leapfrogging here for the next few laps as Crush pits to repair that wing.
Yeah, onto the medium tyres. They look like a new set as well, so he'll comfortably get to the end from here.
Jack Humphreys looking very rapid and very hungry behind Big Al. I don't think they've got much of a chance against him at the moment on those fresh medium tyres of his. Is he going to do a double overtake here? He's going for the double overtake into the last corner, up the inside, and gets the move done fairly smoothly. I don't think he's going to have DRS. No, he's not, so it might cost him a little bit. Potsy up the inside, get the move done fairly easily. But Potsy's also burned all of his ERS. Sneaky gets past King J in the midfield. Okay, so Gumby in chat is telling us that Forehead spun and then Bait just crashed into him. Probably had nowhere to go. Some more jockeying at the back of the grid there.
Yeah, Valhalla just setting the fastest up the race and overtaking M-Dog on the pit straight. M-Dog tried to go around the outside of turn 1, but Valhalla made sure he shut the door on that one. Got a yellow flag. Mikau is out.
Oh no!
He looks, yeah, he's done a similar thing to the Ferrari, and they have another safety car.
I just saw that. He lost it. Oh no. That's not what we would have wanted. Mikau hasn't done a lot of practice for the race, and I think it just got to him.
Spun and crash. Yeah, it looks like he just lost the rear coming out of that corner, the same as the Ferrari, and just crashed to the inside of the track rather than the outside. Yeah, bottom out of the curb. Whoa! Crash slamming on the brakes, Forehead nearly running right up the bum of him. I'm guessing that's the safety car Delta being adhered to.
I'd say it's probably what they're doing.
We've got a few people into the pits. Potsy onto new medium tyres. Big Al also in the pits. Pepsi, Levi, and King J. So King J serving that 5-second penalty under the safety car. Big Al onto softs. Potsy onto mediums. Pepsi onto mediums. Levi onto mediums. So 9 laps to go. Softs may turn out to be the right choice here for Big Al, who's going to be very racy on this safety car restart. He's not lost much track position. He's P5, so he's only lost a couple of positions because of that. So he'll probably be aiming to still follow Potsy through and then have a crack for the lead. So Valhalla comes into the pits as well. He's onto medium tyres. They're 3 laps old, so they are roaded tyres. And he will drop to the back of the field. And just bring up the number of stops for the race. Sneaky and Valhalla currently leading with 4 stops each. We've then got Big Al and M-Dog and Forehead on 3 stops. 2 stops, Potsy, Apollo Pepsi, Levi, King J, Baitmate, and Crush. The only 2 drivers who have only done 1 stop so far, Jack Humphreys and Panda. So both Aston Martins, the only team going for the 1 stop.
Yeah, that seems to be their plan, and it's working for them so far. These safety cars are helping them out a lot. They've got no tyre wear because of it.
Those 2 6-lap-old mediums, though, and they're going to have basically everyone behind them except for Sneaky on brand new mediums or softs. So they are going to struggle towards the end of the race as to whether or not Big Al in particular has got the tyres to make those overtakes and still have a bit left at the end to defend.
I do like what Big Al and Potsy are doing a lot there. They should be fairly rapid. If they can get past Sneaky, they'd be hunting down those Aston Martins.
Yeah, I expect Potsy will be able to make it no problem, but Big Al's the only question mark. Just I definitely think he'll get past them, but is he going to eat away the tyre grip before the end of the race?
He'll be fairly close to 60% by the end of the race, if not above it.
So we've got M-Dog into the pits, chucking on another set of mediums, and they are 3 laps old. So I don't know that he actually gained anything there, because the tyres he had when he pit were also 3 laps old. Yeah, a bit of a silly decision that. He's ended up behind Forehead.
Definitely didn't use his forehead when he made that choice.
Everyone's bunched up together, so expect to go green flag after this lap. It'll be a 7-lap dash to the end.
I would say Big Al is probably okay and he should make it. But it's the last 2 or 3 laps are going to be a bit sketchy. See what these guys can do though. I'm liking the board so far. It's good to see King J up there on the points. Same with Levi. It's good to see him up there, possibly scoring decent points. They just need to maintain the position they're in now, and they should be fine. Marcus in the chat. Jack Humphreys is on for the win. He possibly is. He's got a chance of winning. I wouldn't say it's guaranteed yet. He has a lot of work to do.
Everyone here is an esports driver. Just not pro.
True. True.
Safety car is in at the end of this lap, so you can see there Jack Humphries holding up the field, letting the safety car get into the pits.
Let's see.
Let's hope we can have a clean safety car to restart this time.
I don't think that'll happen. But we'll see what they do.
Surely they're going to get it right this time.
Jack went quick this time. He hammered it. Levi quite close to Pepsi. Not close enough to get a move done there. I take that back. What a send by Levi. Couldn't quite get it done though. As Potsy gets past Sneaky. Sneaky looking very squirrely out of turn 3. Big Al gets past him as well. No, they're side by side. I don't know how this is going to go. Sneaky leaves him no room. Big Al barges past anyway. Lets him go though. Very, very good sportsmanship by Big Al there. I don't think he had to do that, considering Sneaky left him no room. Oh, Pepsi. We saw that. Alright, Big Al's got him now. Now he's on for the hunt. Potsy right on the back of Red Panda. You can smell the back of that Aston Martin. Oh, you can see on the acceleration those fresh tyres. It's not even a contest. Panda can't do anything to stop him. Potsy is on the charge. Look at this pace deficit.
He almost made up all the positions in one lap.
There you go. Potsy pretty aggressive on the overtake, but nothing wrong with that. He'll get it done. Very lucky none of them spun there. That was a bit risky, but Potsy gets past fairly okay. Big Al right on the back of Panda. He should get him here as well. Up the outside into the hairpin. Man, I didn't realise these new tyres were going to be this quick. I knew they were going to be fast, but I didn't think they were going to be this rapid.
Valhalla tapping the wall at the back. Big Al makes sure to take on Jack Humphries.
I think the battle is now between Potsy and Big Al.
We can expect Big Al will probably make the overtake. It's just whether or not he can defend it for the rest of the race with those soft tyres.
Yeah.
Probably Pepsi and Sneaky battling. Sneaky probably the 6th place.
DRS now gets enabled. King J and Bait. Bait got past King J and it looks like he's going to maintain that position. This midfield is close as ever. Everyone right on top of each other. Levi a little bit slow through the first sector. Causes Crash to pull up a bit.
A yellow flag, Mercedes Valhalla is around.
I don't think we can have another safety car.
just been no damage.
I think Bert Myland is out of fuel. What's he doing well to defend so far? If Big Al doesn't get him in the next lap or two, I don't think he is going to get him.
Might just be saving those tyres for a little bit. Might push on that final lap.
Could be.
Probably doesn't want to get the lead and then have to defend for the next 4 laps because that will kill his tyres by the end.
Red Panda's already dropped a second to Jack Humphries. He's out of the RS.
Jack Humphries does have that 3-second penalty though, so Panda could just be trying to save his tyres a little bit as well.
Ooh, Crush. Getting really close to the back of these guys ahead. Sneaky, I think, does tap the wall. That's going to cost him a little bit of time.
Forehead's had a bit of a spin as well. No damage again, but lost a lot of time. He's dropped back to Valhalla now.
Yeah. That will hurt him. And nope, I think Big Al's tyres are gone.
He's dropping off Potsy and he's falling back into Jack Humphries as well.
Oh, I was aboard of the crush. He had a nasty snap of oversteer. Only just caught that.
Tenths now between Potsy and Big Al, so maybe he's just starting to push now in the last 2.5 laps.
I hope that's the case. I'd love to see a battle at the end. Forehead and Valhalla trading places at the back there. Ooh, Forehead, that's the 3-second time penalty that's going to hurt him. Ah, it's naughty. You should hand that back, Forehead. You went off the track. I was just going to take it anyway. I'm okay with that. Let's go a little further up the field. Crush will overtake Levi Tiger Pants for 7th place. Does so fairly cleanly. Forehead's got DRS enabled, and he's going to try and get past Valhalla. Can't quite do it. Valhalla driving a little bit recklessly to try and defend that position.
Dog getting past King J for the final points paying position.
We're on to lap 24 now.
So close to the back of Potsy.
We'll see what he can do. He might still just be conserving his energy. He's definitely got the ERS advantage over Potsy at the moment. He will have to close up though if he wants to overtake him. Still a lot to fight for in this race. A lot of guys still jockeying for position here. Crush and Levi are fairly close to each other. Crush potentially trying to overtake Sneaky. He does have those fresher tyres, so he's got a reasonable chance of doing it. Bait also on the back of Levi. Bait's going to get this move done, get him into P8. Big Al got right behind Potsy there. Let's see if he can get the move done now. He's going to use everything he can, burning all the ERS, DRS open, gets past on the outside, gets it done rather easily. Potsy knows there's no point in defending this. He'll have his chance later in the lap. Very experienced drivers, both of these guys, so they know exactly what they're doing.
You know, flag the bat. Valhalla is out. He's lost it at the final corner.
All right.
Ooh, Panda picks up a 3-second penalty.
That's going to hurt Panda a lot.
Oh, Sneaky might gain a bit here.
Yeah. Sneaky's on for a P4, I think.
Yeah, Jack Humphries is not going to lose any positions if the gap remains the same.
Yep. All right, Potsy, last chance. Let's see what he can do. Still conserving, still saving. He knows he's got to wait for the very last DRS section. And this is it. Both of them giving everything. Big Al burning all his DRS. Potsy burning his all DRS. DRS open. Where's he going to go? Up the outside. Big Al's going to give him the outside. Potsy will get the move done fairly easily. Jack Humphries as well squeezes in there. Oh no! Jack has just murdered Big Al. And Big Al don't move! Big Al! Oh!
No! Oh no. That's Levi's out. And M-Dog. Oh, and Pepsi's out as well.
Oh my. Forehead.
Forehead's going to end up in the point.
Look at the point.
Big Al's retired.
That was unnecessary. Jack Humphries wasn't even fighting for a win then.
Yeah, but was he predominantly alongside though? I jumped on board and just saw his front tyres look to be at the side pod of Big Al. His forehead comes across P9.
Yeah, we'll have to let the stewards look at that. That's a bit of a messy ending, but regardless of that, congratulations to Potsy. Absolutely well deserved. Man did almost no practice, shows up and just blitzes the race. Fantastic job by him. Driver of the day is King J. I think he qualified P17 or something. But yeah,
I think as well. Yeah, Jack Humphries with their contacts with Big Al has dropped down to P5, so that puts Sneaky P2, Crush P3, and Baitmate P4.
Man wants to race in Tier 2. I can't see the final standings yet. I've just got a loading screen.
You need a faster computer.
I do.
Pedal faster.
There you go. All right. I believe that will be a penalty to Potsy for taking his steering wheel out of the car. Well, congratulations to Potsy, Sneaky, and Crush. Fantastic result by all of them. Unfortunate, really unfortunate for Big Al. I feel for him.
So he still gets a point, but yeah, I wonder if the stewards deem him at fault. He might lose that position to Apollo Pepsi, who finished P11, and he was doing so well. But it was pointed out in the chat as well, there were more DNFs than there were finishes. I think some of those DNFs were still classified because they retired on the last or second last laps, but yeah, only nine drivers crossed the start-finish line at the end of the race.
Yeah, not the best result, but that was messy. That was really messy. Just looking at all the pit stops, it's like Zika got P2. He pit 5 times. What on earth?
He did it right there.
Yeah, no, you can't be upset with that. Good result. Well done to Sneaky. All of them, really, all the guys that finished. Honestly, it's an achievement just to finish this race, it looks like.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, regardless of that end result, thank you guys so much for joining us. That was an interesting race, very eventful. If you want to see me and Gus make fools of ourselves, we're going to give it a go in Tier 2 in about 10 minutes' time. So stick around, don't go anywhere.